Mr. Ed Mooney.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. So, if we can make sure everybody else that's here get in here and hear this, because I don't want to scream and holler or do anything that has to fire you up anymore or say anything wrong that these cameras can use against us. But I want every one of you to see these banners that we have here. They'll be spread out, okay? What we're asking for in this contract is exactly what we live and breathe every single day. We are the people who live in these communities, who work in these communities, who play in these communities, and who stay in these communities. We are not some sort of abstract idea that a corporation can take advantage of or exploit. The work that we're talking about here, we want them to build out this network across every neighborhood in their footprint. Not picking and choosing where they bring it and who they bring it to, creating the haves and the have-nots, and not just in our neighborhoods, but in our educational opportunities for our children, in our health services, in our hospitals, and every aspect of our lives now that require and rely on these services. That's what we're asking for. And the simple return we want from that investment is that the customers who use you and use your services, you return that investment to the communities where those customers also live, work, play, and stay. That's not an unfair deal according to the CWA and the IBEW. You do not gain your customers from the Philippines or India or Pakistan. It's a simple proposition for us. Return the investment to the communities who invest in you. And that's what we want them to do. Now, we are out here on strike now for the 8th day. And they haven't been back to the table. They came back twice. They haven't addressed one single issue. Their executives in Lowell McAdam, Tammy Irwin, and anyone else who came out to your picket line to try to feed you a line of bullshit that your elected representatives from the bargaining committee, who you just heard from, are somehow lying to you. You are welcome to see any one of these proposals. You watch Lowell McAdam's video, line by line, where he says you have employment security. That's a lie. Where he says that we're only asking workers to go out of towns in case of emergency. That's a lie. Where he says we only want to send the DSL work to foreign countries, not the other work generated. It's a lie. Okay? Every single one of them. And then Tammy Irwin, who flew a company plane apparently, because even as fast as I drive, there's no way to get to all the buildings in Virginia she got to in one day to try to feed and peddle her bullshit to each one of you call center workers that she's not trying to move your jobs. Okay? And we appreciate you turning your back on her as she's turning her back on you, your family, and your community in that proposal. So we'll have you know when they want to insert themselves into the process. Your bargaining committee went back to the table yesterday and invited Tammy Irwin to come and sit down and explain the proposal, because clearly her, Lowell McAdam, and Bob Mudge have no idea what their bargaining team is doing at the table. That's the proposal they're there. The company replied back to us, she has nothing to do with negotiations. You have our proposals, okay? So believe me when I tell you, and you should understand this, I am a member of this bargaining unit. I am on strike with you. Everything that happens to you and your family will happen to mine. Okay? No health care at the end of the month, they can shove their health care up their ass. Our union and the Secretary Treasurer, you just seen standing here, and the rest of the labor movement will support each and every one of us until we topple these corporate pigs. I want to point out another dollar figure while we're mentioning the $1.8 billion per month in pure profit, by the way. That's not revenue, that's profit after every single employee and light bulb and the outrageous salaries they pay those worthless bastards are paid for. They still have $1.8 billion sitting in the corner. And don't forget, as of April the 1st, they have an additional $10 billion in their hands as a result of the wireline sale, us unprofitable, unproductive employees, and the drain on the company's profits that they received April 1st from selling California, Florida, and Texas. So as of April 1st, they're sitting with $11.8 billion, and their choice is to have 40,000 members on strike and adversely affecting 80,000 retirees who built this company, by the way. For those of you who don't know or use a cell phone, it doesn't operate out of the Sahara Desert with magical sand dust. It operates because of what we do each and every day. We make all of it work. So, and I want everyone to understand this. As I said, I am on strike too. I will refuse and have refused to take my pay since this strike happened, okay? Our defense fund will begin helping members out. While we know that won't be everything, each of us standing together, arm in arm on every one of these picket lines. The rest of the support from the labor community. That's how we're going to get through this. We are not going to let one single member be adversely affected as a result of the absolute greed that these worthless bastards are displaying at that bargaining table. So please, listen, this is a time we need to have conversations, personal, one-on-one conversations with every single member. If you feel as though you're at your breaking point, put your arms around another brother and sister in this union, some other union, or this community, and realize there is no shade, no light between any of us in this labor movement or in these communities over this contract. The community standing with us, our brothers and sisters in the labor movement are standing with us. Everyone's with us, including that wonderful officer over there, as we referenced. Every single person understands our issues are correct. All we're asking for is you to do the work that is generated by your customers in the local communities and return the investment to them that they make in you. Thank you very much, and we will beat these